What's up, everybody? Welcome to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, The DualShockShow, where we only talk about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Mobley, alongside Allan Muir.
Everything except Xbox and Nintendo.
Everything PlayStation, I believe, is what we're talking about.
We only do PlayStation.
We only do PlayStation. And Nate Gamer is here with us.
I'm here.
Yay!
I'll talk about PlayStation. I usually talk about Nintendo, so.
Yeah, when are you gonna get that Nintendo podcast up, huh?
As soon as schedules allow it. I'm in a tumultuous period of my life right now.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. I'll pass through
it. Listeners, Tom Freeman couldn't be here. Last week, we almost lost last week's podcast, the big PS4 show, because Tom's motherboard crashed. And he had all of our files, everything on there. But luckily for you, Allan saved the podcast and we put it up. You can find it on our Facebook or our Twitter somewhere. It's also on VGU.TV's official YouTube, VGU.TV official. So now Tom's not going to be joining us for a little while. So I've kind of put Allan in charge of the European PlayStation Store updates. So, without further ado, let's get going. We're gonna start with what have you been playing? Nate, you're new. Why don't you start? Tell us what you've been playing on your PlayStations.
Oh, on PlayStations, huh?
Yeah.
Well, just in case you asked that question, I decided to boot up my PS3 today and I played some Quantum Conundrum.
Ooh.
Which seemed pretty cool. I only played for like half an hour. To be honest, I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem, which is an amazing game. So
ooh, I've heard that that's really good.
Yeah, it's real good. I like it.
Speaking of Nintendo, that is on Nintendo, right?
Yeah, it's a 3DS.
That's what I figured. I have actually been playing, not recently, I gotta get back to it, but a little bit of Skyward Sword, and it's really good.
It is.
Yeah. Anything else you've been playing, bud?
Playing some Major Magnet on iOS, and I'm still plugging through Persona 4 on my Vita.
Oh yeah.
Had a bit of a scare with that Vita recently.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
Well, it basically wouldn't charge, and I called the PlayStation guys and was like, blah, 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 it's not charging. They went through all these, like, different button presses and I didn't get any response. So they set it up for repair, but I decided to go out and get like an official PlayStation charge cable because I was using some Energizer piece of crap. And yeah, worked like a charm. My Vita's just fine. It was just a bad charge cable.
Oh,
don't
excellent.
buy third party ever is the lesson that I have learned a dozen times.
I mean, unless it's a third party game.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I'm talking about accessories.
Alright. Anything else before we move on to Allan?
Mm-mm.
Alright, Allan, what have you been playing this week?
I've been playing MLB 12. Getting ready for MLB 13 on Tuesday.
Ooh.
And also been playing, by playing I mean just going nuts, the first Infamous.
Oh man, I love the first Infamous.
It's so good.
Infamous 2 was better, but Infamous 1 is still a great game.
I like my old Cole.
Yeah. And I'm really excited for that Second Son coming out on PS4. What else have you been up to?
The entire time during the show, everyone's like, what do they mean, Second Sons?
Yeah, everybody was thinking, is this Cole's son? It's like 7 years later, it's not Cole's son.
Hell, the name of the gang is called, the game is called The First Sons.
Yeah, that's true. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, so did I. Good call.
Good eye, Allan. Good eye. What else have you been playing?
I dove back into Civ 5.
Ooh.
And now I remember why I don't play that game.
Yeah, I got a grandfather. He used to play a lot of Civilization. I think it was Civilization 3. And he was telling me about it a long, long time ago. And I was like, man, I could never work this. I am not smart enough. But he would play it like all the time. Like he was way into it. So, you know, I personally could never play Civilization. Not smart enough for it. But I mean, It's too much for me. Too much responsibility.
Yeah. It's one of those games that where I just play, I press play, and I have no idea how much time is going by. When I stopped playing, it turns out I'd gone through 71 turns.
Jeez.
And I'm probably going to play it again later, so. But the thing is, I'm just waiting to download this Game of Thrones mod for it.
Ooh.
Game of Thrones. I haven't watched any of that. I need to, though.
You should.
Does the mod change the map and everything, and like all the factions and everything? Because that would be really sweet.
Yeah, it pretty much changes everything.
Oh man, yeah, that'd be great.
It's funny that I'm just scouring the web for Game of Thrones mod for it. Even though I do have both Game of Thrones games, Genesis and Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
God, those games are terrible.
That's how it goes.
Why George R.R. Martin? Why can't you just... I would have been fine. I'd be fine with just a Skyrim ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you've been playing?
No, that's about it.
Alright, it's been a small week for me. Mostly because I've been focusing on Jack and Daxter. Oh, well fine, go!
Sorry.
You're fucking everything!
I did play the God of War Ascension demo.
Oh. I played the beta. I haven't played the demo. The beta was pretty good, but not good enough for me to like actually go out and buy the game and keep it, because I have a very love-hate affair with God of War.
Athena! I understand.
Man.
Because it's like the same, I don't know.
Like it's a good game, but you want... it's a good game, but as everybody knows, I'm a big fan of trophies. And you can platinum those games fairly easily if you can get through the Titans challenge and the hardest difficulty. And while you're enjoying the game, at some point in that hard difficulty, you're not going to be able to progress, and you're going to be like, I hate this game so much.
Yeah, at first I was mad because the entire thing was just, check out, History's Vikings, debuting, March 3rd. It's like, I don't care about this. I don't care about your Game of Thrones ripoff. I want to play the damn game. And then the game, the lead producer or something was saying, thanks for playing the demo. It's like, yes, I appreciate what you're doing, but please just let me play the damn game.
Exactly.
And there's all this stuff about different bonus content in the demo. They play that really awesome and creepy live action trailer.
I liked that trailer a lot. Colin Moriarty of IGN tweeted. He said it's a very awesome commercial. Obviously, anybody watching it that doesn't know what God of War is doesn't know what they're looking at. But
Yeah.
people that do know, it's a very awesome trailer because it really humanizes Kratos and makes him seem interesting for the first time.
It just creeps me the fuck out.
I think they did a good job on it.
Oh no, they did. It's better than the Halo 3 ones they did way back when.
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day of 2007.
That was like 6 years ago, so I mean,
that was the late aughts.
Yeah.
But I played the demo, and the first thing I tried doing was trying to turn the camera, which I do in every single game I play.
Yeah, and you always forget that
you're gonna roll.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll.
I remembered that it wouldn't happen. For some reason, 2 is the only game out of all the God of War games I played. 2 is the only one where I know no camera control, nothing.
Yeah.
But it just, I feel like the same thing. It's starting to become the same thing over and over again. Kill these, kill that.
Athena.
A lack of camera control is kind of an ancient schematic in games, isn't it? I mean, we're all used to just being able to swivel around and look everywhere. God of War is like one of the only games left that still has fixed camera angles. It's like playing Resident Evil all over again.
But it's got to be nice from the developer's standpoint because
it's easier to make. I'm sure.
A lot more control over what you're seeing.
Yeah,
and plus it's kind of cool because in that way it makes it easier to like have hidden paths off the side of the screen and everything. I mean, there's still kind of a sense of discovery that comes with those fixed cameras that you can't really do when you've got control over it. So it's kind of cool.
Right.
The only thing that really stood out is that near like the boss battle part of the demo, like this gigantic arm statue thing, or hand, or arm, whatever, essentially turned into the giant facehugger from Prometheus for like for a brief amount of time. It's like, oh my god! Then it just turned into some just disgusting monster, and I couldn't take it.
That's tight. Once we get to the PlayStation news, I'm gonna actually have to download that demo.
Yeah, I highly recommend it, even though I hate it. Which is honestly a lot of things.
I hate it. You should play it.
Yeah. Hey, check out my review for Bleed. I hope there's a sequel because I do not want to play it anymore.
So oxymoronic, but
yeah.
Yeah, check out Allan's Bleed review on VGU.TV. Allan, are you done? Can I talk now?
Oh yeah, by all means, talk.
All right. Unless you got more. I mean, I don't mind.
Oh no, I'm done.
Okay. All right. Like I said, it's been a small week in terms of how many games I played. Cause I've mostly been paying attention to Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. Trying to get 100% in that so I can get the platinum. I'm currently 77%. Stuck in the spider caves right now. And, man, I hate those.
Yeah, I have right over here the Jak and Daxter collection they made for PS3.
Uh-huh.
I'm still waiting for the right day to crack that open and play it.
Well, I mean, it's getting, Jak and Daxter is getting more play than the original Ratchet and Clank, so, cause Jak and Daxter is an easier platinum, but it's also a lot of fun. I don't know, I'll get to Ratchet and Clank eventually. What else did I play? I played DMC Devil May Cry.
When don't you play it?
Josh is still mad at me, cause this is still his copy. He said the other day, he said, you have had my game longer than I've owned it.
That's impossible.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
But I finally finished the Son of Sparta playthrough. As people who may know, there are 3 base difficulties, easy, medium, and hard, which are known as Human, Devil Hunter, and Nephilim, respectively. And then after you beat the game on one of those, it unlocks Son of Sparta, which is a harder mode, and then Dante Must Die, which is the hardest mode, and then you also have Heaven and Hell, all demons die in one hit, but so do you, and then Hell and Hell, where all demons have regular health, but you die in one hit. I beat Son of Sparta, and I had read somewhere, I don't know who said it, and I wish I did so I could take them to task, but I read somewhere that after you beat Son of Sparta, you get a perk for Infinite Devil Trigger. I was like, right on, that'll make Dante Must Die so much easier, and it'll make Heaven and Hell easier as well. And that wasn't the case. You get that perk after you beat Dante Must Die. So, whoever you are, I'm taking you to task. Cause I'm mad at you. I had joked around with Josh. I said, I'll beat Son of Sparta, get the perk, beat Dante Must Die, and Heaven and Hell, and then you can have your game back. But now, since I still have to play Dante Must Die, I'm gonna save that for when I actually get my own copy of the game. But, he's still not getting that game back till I play Virgil's Downfall.
That seems fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, you've had it this long. Why give it back?
Yeah, exactly. He's too busy playing Dota 2 anyway.
Yeah.
I've also been playing, finally, Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker HD Edition.
That's a good game.
I just finished chapter 1. So I did the pupa battle. It was really interesting. Met, Otacon's ancestor. I really liked the, spoilers for Peace Walker. I liked the reference when, Snake and Huey Emmerich are talking and he says, "Call me Snake." And Huey says, "Snake? That name sounds familiar." And he says, "Probably just deja vu." And I was like, well, first of all, you're talking about the future, but it's still funny nonetheless. So, that's all I've been playing. I'll tell you what I haven't been playing, and Nate, you share my frustration on this. We haven't been playing Red Dead Redemption.
It's true.
I share it too.
We all share it.
I bought it specifically for that.
Exactly. Josh Mobley, host of VGU.TV's Gamercast. Nate sent Josh a copy of, an extra copy that he had of Red Dead Redemption. So we could all play online and play Outlaws to the end because that's the free one and Josh is too cheap to buy any of the others. Zach got it. Zach Davis, formerly head Xbox editor, now just, something else.
He's just something. He's just there.
He's something else. He's just a writer. He's just an editor. He also got it. None of us can all get online at the same time to do a VGU plays so that you can watch it, listeners. And
watchers.
And potential watchers. We want to do a VGU plays so that you can watch us play it and talk shit and yell at each other. Especially if they could just get the liars and cheats and we can all just yell at each other over a poker table.
We'll get there. One day the dream will come to reality.
This is the problem. They're all up on that Dota too.
Yeah.
So
it's
listeners,
an addiction. It's a sickness, guys.
Somehow crash Dota.
Yep.
And that's what seems to be the only way we'll get it done.
Exactly. Now, the three of us may be able to squeeze in a couple of matches in Red Dead after this show. We won't be able to see it, but
you'll be able to see it.
We'll be able to see it, and it's going to be fun. And Allan, you also have all the DLC, just like Nate and I do, so we won't be confined to Outlaws to the end. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have a lot of stuff to do a little later. I don't know if we'll really get around to it, but I'll try and punch in at least one match.
We'll figure it out. Hey,
okay.
I wanted to go back to Peace Walker. Is that the first time you're playing Peace Walker?
It is the first time I'm playing Peace Walker. I'm trying to go through, listeners already know this, Allan already knows this, I'll go ahead and say it again. I'm trying to play all of the Metal Gear games, in the chronological order. I played 1 and 2 a long time ago, took a long break, finally started 3 and was like, 3's the first part of the chronology. Why don't I just do that? So I played 3 again, and then I played 3 again for trophies. And then I played Portable Ops, and now I'm playing Peace Walker.
Well, I will say that you're gonna have some trouble with some of the bosses in that game if you don't have some multiplayer buddies.
I would imagine. The first, I've only played the first chapter, and you have 2 tanks to fight, and the first, Peace Walker pupa stage. And those are all pretty tough. But, I'm just trying to make my way through it.
It gets a lot harder, especially if you don't have somebody to, help you flank. 'Cause you need to flank sometimes. I'll tell you that much. Does it have online multiplayer, the HD version?
I believe it does. I believe you can kind of host a game.
I might be interested in that.
I occasionally get a mission will pop up and be like, do you want to do single player or host? And I always pick single. But, yeah, I think it does.
It must have multiplayer.
It must.
Well, how much is it on that PlayStation Network?
I don't know. I've got the collection. So, I don't know exactly how much
probably $20.
The single game is, but I can tell you that in just a few minutes, because this is a great segue into the PlayStation Plus deals. So, I'm still opening my store. Allan, do you have the Europe sales?
Yes.
Prepared? Awesome. Can you tell us what came onto the store in Europe?
Onto the store in Europe, mainly just one thing that caught everyone's eye, including us Westerners.
Mm.
God of War HD for free.
God of War HD for free. That's right.
What the fuck is with that, Sony?
As you know, like I said, I've got a big, love-hate relationship with God of War. I'd probably play the first two for trophies, but that's about it. You know.
But to be fair, last episode Tom was talking about that Sony or the PS Plus Europe doesn't really get much.
Right.
And for certain...
Well, now they do.
Yeah. And even though it's already... it's free to play for most. Actually, this kind of sucks if you're in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
Although I doubt we have any listeners in Germany.
We have a huge following in Germany, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I get mail from them all the time.
Uncharted 3's multiplayer is only for PS Plus members in Germany. And God of War Ascension is only for PS Plus members in Germany. It's ridiculous.
Well, consider yourselves fortunate, Germany.
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar.
Okay. Is that all, Alan? Is that all that's notable? Really?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's also, some discounts.
Well,
Far Cry 3 got discounted to, got like a $10
got a $10 discount.
Bring it down $10.
Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires got about the same.
Same discount for Dynasty Warriors.
Little Big Planet 2 Extras Edition got a $5 discount.
$5 discount on Little Big Planet.
Even though this makes it kind of pointless right now, Dawn Guard for Skyrim is about half off this week only. Then next week it's back to full price.
Dawn Guard half off, limited time.
Dawn Guard is on the Dawn Guard is on the PlayStation Store.
Finally,
the last Skyrim DLC.
Which I don't get why they did that. I don't get why they went reverse style.
I don't know.
Sony's weird that way.
Well, Bethesda on Sony is definitely weird that way. But they have to be.
Yeah.
It's an unfortunate necessity of the ultimately powerful cell processor.
The Black Ops 2 Revolution DLC pack finally hit Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And the same for the BioShock Infinite Season Pass.
What's in the Season Pass for that?
I'm assuming it's gonna be like extra plasmids and stuff.
Okay.
Hey, I got the Aliens Colonial Marine Season Pass. I have no idea what the fuck is gonna be in that.
Oh, jeez.
They have to support it. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I am excited to see if they try to, in the Season Pass stuff, include things that'll fix the game. Because that'd be the perfect fuck you to customers. Hey, remember that game you like? Or that you wanted to like? We fixed it. Only cost you about $9 or $10.
I'm sure though. If they're gonna fix it, they'll fix it for everybody. But I still can't really imagine what a season pass would be. Just new maps and stuff. I guess that game has multiplayer. BioShock is weird because
I don't know if it does. I know that Ken Levine always said like we don't really need multiplayer.
Oh, I don't think BioShock does. I was talking about Aliens.
Oh, we're back on Aliens.
Well, as far as the season pass for that goes. I don't think they're gonna need to fix BioShock. Probably right away.
I'm very excited. You're reviewing BioShock.
Yes, I am. End of the month. Here we
Very
come.
excited.
22nd, I believe, of March. It comes
26th.
out. So 26th? Alright.
6th, yes.
So,
And continuing in my bad game decisions, I already pre-purchased Walking Dead Survival Instinct on PS3.
Oh.
wrong.
Yeah. I'm starting off the year horribly.
Well, I'm about to have an amazing week because my birthday is next Sunday. Next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but the next one. And as a result, I'm going to a basketball game on Monday. My girlfriend is getting me Tomb Raider for my birthday, which I am reviewing. And we're going to Monterey on the 8th and 9th, that Friday and Saturday. And then my birthday Sunday. So that's going to be a great week for me.
Well, good for you, Matt.
Yeah.
Some of us have terrible lives and have to go to work every day and don't have a birthday for another 10 months.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I could make it better.
You might be able to. We'll talk later.
Maybe. Yeah. Allan, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Is there anything else that you needed to bring up before I went on to the West?
Star Wars 1313 is put on a hold.
Well, that's in my news, and we'll talk about that in a little bit.
I'm very, very sad now. So expect me to talk very NPR-ish for the rest of the show.
Okay. Save all of your feelings for when we get to that point in the show. Save all the feels. Save all the feels that you've got gathered up. On the west side, North American store, we have a couple of sales going on. Now, regular PlayStation Plus deals, we'll start small. We got God of War Ascension Kratos Avatar. That's free. Retrograde is a PSN game, that you can get for PS3 for $2.44. The soundtrack you can also get for $1.74. Super Stardust Delta on the PS Vita and Sound Shapes on the Vita, aren't discounted. Oh, Unit 13 is also on the Vita, and that's discounted as well. Unit 13 is $13.22. Super Stardust Delta is $4.89. Sound Shapes is $7.34.
Worth it.
It is, and it's a tough platinum, but I got it.
Really? Damn.
I did. PS3 version of Sound Shapes is also on the store, $7.34.
What's cross-buy for that, isn't it?
I believe it is, yeah, because the Vita one is also $7.34, so I imagine there's cross-buy. We got a game called, what is this? Smart As. Looks like a quiz game. That's $13.22. So if you want to spend your money on that, you can. Reality Fighters is a Vita game, $8.81. Smart As is a Vita game. I don't think I mentioned that. Mod Nation Racers Road Trip on Vita, $9.79.
Still not worth it.
Lots of Vita games. MotorStorm, the rest of these are Vita games, until I, say otherwise. MotorStorm RC Complete Edition, $5.87. PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, Vita version, $17.63. MLB 12 The Show, $8.81. Little Deviants is $8.81. And let's see, Hustle Kings, $4.89. Hot Shots Golf, World Invitational, $17.63. And Escape Plan is $7.34. I heard Escape Plan was really good. We also got Plants vs. Zombies on Vita for free.
Woo!
And last week we got, let's see, hold on. Trying to navigate my way through the store. We got Vanquish. Did I mention we got Vanquish last week, or? I know we got Vanquish for free this week or last week.
Yeah, you mentioned it last week.
Okay, well, Vanquish is still free, so. We got another sale going on. The Gamer's Choice Awards, 2013. The winners are on sale, for, regular users and PlayStation Plus users. The winner for Best PSN Game is The Walking Dead. Regular users get $13.99. PS Plus, $9.79. Best PSN exclusive is Journey, $10.49 for regular users, $7.34 for PlayStation Plus. Stumbling over my words. Best PlayStation Classic, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, $7.49 for regular, $5.99 for PlayStation Plus. Best multiplayer game, Counter-Strike Global Offense, $10.49 regular, $7.34 PlayStation Plus. Best PS3 full game is Assassin's Creed 3, $49.99 regular, $34.99 for PlayStation Plus. Journey also got best indie game, but we already mentioned that. Velocity is the best mini game that's on PlayStation 3, Vita, and PSP. $3.49 for regular users, $2.44 for PlayStation Plus. Best PS Vita game was Gravity Rush. Regular users get $24.99. PlayStation Vita users, still free. So grab that up now. Even if you don't have a Vita, if you want one, put it in your downloads. So, best PlayStation Move game, who really cares, but Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Regular users, $23.99. PlayStation Plus, $21.59. And best PSP game, because they're still making PSP games, is Unchained Blades. Regular users get $20.99. And PlayStation Plus gets $14.69. So that's what's on sale on the PlayStation Plus store, on the PlayStation Store. And, Nate, Peace Walker is $20. $19.99.
I thought so.
Before we move on to the news, there's a couple more PlayStation Plus, PlayStation deals that I want to mention because I don't want to forget this. It is today is March 1st, 2013. I don't know when this is going to go up, hopefully before March 5th, but if you renew or purchase a PlayStation Plus subscription between now and March 5th, that's next Tuesday, you can get an extra 3 months free. Your subscription's all stacked, so if your subscription ends in April, don't worry, you're still gonna get a year from April plus 3 months. So I would go for it. It's $50. Do it. You get discounted games. It plays for itself. Also, during the month of March, every $50 you spend on the PlayStation Network, you will receive $10 back. This is not limited to games. If you want to buy TV shows or movies, that money you spent will also be included in this deal. But be warned, you better keep a calculator handy and make sure, because you have to spend $50. You don't get any credit if you only spend $49.50 or $49.99. You gotta spend a full $50 to get $10 back. So, keep a number, keep a tally. And finally, we actually didn't mention this, but I'm gonna mention it now. The PlayStation Store's latest update made Uncharted 3 multiplayer free to play. However, it is only free up to level 15, and co-op modes are not included in the free to play. If you want to raise the level cap to 25, it'll cost you $4.99. To remove level cap restrictions, you'll need to pay $19.99. Co-op Arena is $9.99 and Co-op Adventure is $11.99. And Naughty Dog mentioned that if you already own Uncharted 3 and haven't played multiplayer, there will be a special reward for you. So look out for that, I guess. That's it for PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Store. You guys, are you ready for the news?
I've been waiting for it all day.
We have 16 items of news for the show today.
Holy cow.
That is
a pretty busy week. So
Number one.
We're gonna start out slow. Start off small. There were rumors swirling about a couple weeks ago that the PlayStation 4 had this software that would block the usage of used games. You wouldn't be able to buy a used game, you'd buy a used game and you wouldn't be able to play it on the PlayStation 4. But you could put those to rest. Because Shuhei Yoshida confirmed to Eurogamer last week there is no system that will block the use of a used game in the PS4. So GameStop is still in business. Which is good, because sometimes I need a cheaper game. Also, are either of you guys Skylanders fans?
Yeah.
No.
Well, then you must be excited for Disney Infinity.
Insanely. My ears are bleeding from just hearing the name. In excitement, not like in a bad way.
Disney has revealed that the fourth playset will be based on the movie Cars.
Nah. Stupid. That movie was not that good.
Cars was not that good, but hey, I'll give it credit.
There's so many Disney properties to choose from, and they choose Cars to be in.
At first, I'll give Cars credit. At first, I thought like the lowest, like the weakest Pixar title, and I'm sure Cars 2 probably still is. I haven't seen it, but I gotta say, as far as between the original Cars and this and Brave, I'd say Brave was weaker.
I haven't seen Brave.
Brave was an okay movie, but it was weak for a Pixar title.
You know, I'm surprised that Disney doesn't just go with the obvious choice, and it's obvious to everyone, and that is Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Or Marvel Universe characters.
Or
the
first since you know
since
Disney Infinity is a game about toys and figures, maybe they do Toy Story.
Oh yeah, that's
that would be the more obvious one.
Especially with Toy Story 4 coming out here in a little while, whenever that comes out.
I don't think I could sit through another one of those again.
They're still toys.
They're still toys.
That's the news.
It breaks my heart every single time I see it.
Characters in this playset will include Lightning McQueen, Mater, Holly Shiftwell, and Francesco Bernoulli. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because I'm not French. Players will be able to race and perform tricks in a stunt park in Radiator Springs. You will also be allowed to add the cars to your toy box where they can interact with characters from other sets, as well as unlock tools that will enable you to create your own tracks. Who cares? Hey guys, you like Flat Out? Because I love Flat Out back on the Xbox.
And the PS2.
And the PS2. But I played it on the Xbox because my brother-in-law had one. Flat Out developer Bugbear Entertainment recently teased a new Demolition Derby racing game. A statement on their website says, quote, "We're doing it because nobody else seems capable of delivering the kind of game our fans have been asking from us every week. We feel that there hasn't been a proper Demolition Derby game in years. It's about time they got an answer." End quote. Here's my question. Are fans still bothering Bugbear Entertainment?
Yeah. I think fans have actually forgotten Bugbear Entertainment and Flat Out.
I completely forgot that Flat Out existed until that news story.
Well, I'll tell you, there's only one group of people who remember it, and that is people who use the GameFly GameQ or Unlimited Q app for the computer. Because they just promote the shit out of that game. It's just everywhere. Racing game, Flat Out. Action game, Flat Out.
I mean, Flat Out is a good game. I really enjoyed it when I played it.
Couldn't you launch your guy and do like a field goal?
Yes.
I remember doing it. I remember something about that.
It was the best. Let's see. Seriously though, fans have been asking from us every week. Really?
The same fan, maybe.
I think maybe
just
they
one
just
guy,
made it.
just like
I think they just
Flat Out.
Yeah, I think they just put the thing up with a typo.
Yeah. Here's some great news, guys. I'm actually really excited about this. Telltale's Gary Whitta teased last week that there is more of The Walking Dead coming soon. And that, quote, "You won't have to wait for season 2 to play more Walking Dead." Unquote. What? He says there is something in the works to ease the wait for season 2. So that's exciting. I loved Walking Dead. I thought it was amazing. There is, somewhere on our page, somewhere on VGU.TV official, YouTube, you can probably find the Walking Dead spoiler cast featuring myself, Josh Mobley, and James Pangello. So, check that out if you've finished the game. Here's something kind of fun. and we'll talk about it a little bit more later because it's going to be part of our community section. Hideo Kojima suggested that there may be more Metal Gear spin-offs in the future after a successful collaboration with Platinum Games on Revengeance.
Successful?
I thought so. I mean, probably not as successful as they wanted it to be, but it's a really good game. People seem to like it. Kojima says that spin-offs could be made by outside studios, much like, Revengeance was made by Platinum. But, quote, numbered titles in the series will always be created by myself, or at least created at Kojima Productions, unquote. So, which is good. I mean, if he's got it's his game, so he should be the one in charge of the main series. So he's probably still doing Ground Zeroes, which I really wish I could play right about now, since that's supposed to come after Peace Walker. But, that's alright. Here's some sad news, sort of, cause I heard that this game wasn't even really that good. Arkedo Studio, developer of Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit, has announced that it will cease game development after wrapping up development on 2 unannounced games. Creative director Aurelian Regard, which sounds like an Assassin's Creed villain, explained that Aikido is not bankrupt. They just aren't producing games anymore. So, good or bad thing? That's
maybe
really
they'll start producing hardware. They'll just do reverse Sega.
Maybe they will. Here you go, Allan. It's time for you to tell us how you feel. We haven't seen much from Star Wars 1313 lately, and a report from Kotaku suggests that it may have been put on hold. Now, sources say that it's been on hold since LucasArts was purchased by Disney. Instead, quote, the focus is on the new trilogy, not on material that is unrelated to the planned J.J. Abrams directed Star Wars Episode 7. How do you feel about that, Allan?
Gone out, a light has.
I mean, look, Star Wars 7 is kind of a big deal. I'll get it. I get that. But should everything Lucas be focused on that? I mean, you should have a separate teams being like, okay, we're gonna work on Star Wars 1313, you go and do your movie.
I mean, for God's sakes, they did an episode of Clone Wars about 1313.
I didn't even realize Clone Wars was still on the air, but, I mean, I don't hate Star Wars, but I'm not as big a fan as everybody else in the world is. I'm like, yeah, Star Wars is good, but I'm not rabid over it. I don't really play the games, and I don't even own the movies. But, I mean, 1313 looks good, and I'd probably play it, but
it looks like Uncharted and Star Wars had a beautiful, beautiful baby.
Well, the point is, regardless of how I feel about it, I understand that they should be working on it. It looks great, and there's a huge audience that wants to play it. So,
Yeah, they shouldn't have shown it if they're just gonna be like, nah.
Yeah, get to it. Jesus.
It's too late now. People want it. So.
Yeah.
There are only so many lightsaber mods for Skyrim and Fallout that can tide people over.
Yeah. We have a few announcements up next in the news. We got 4 new announcements. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix is finally coming to North America and Europe this fall. No set date, but still, it's coming. The bundle will include the original title and Chain of Memories. Now, when I was writing this story down, sorry about that. I don't know if you heard that. The bundle will include the original title and Chain of Memories. When I was writing this down for the show, I was like, okay, we'll include original title, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Chain of Memories, and oh, well, that's it. I really expected that it would have more than just those 2 games, but alright.
Yeah, why not put Kingdom Hearts 2? Well, I guess they'd have to, do Kingdom Hearts 2 then also, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is so good. Love that game.
It is 1.5 Remix. which means that there is a second. I believe there is a second collection, and I suspect that it will probably be Birth by Sleep ported over to the PlayStation and PlayStation 3 or 4 or whatever, and 2. So
that'd be good. Birth by Sleep was really good.
I heard Birth by Sleep was a really good game. Everyone knows. I've mentioned this a long time ago. I don't know how recently I've mentioned it again. I know I mentioned it in the chat. I'm not a huge fan of Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's good. I don't hate it. But, like, I never finished any game that wasn't on the console. I never actually got to play Birth by Sleep. I did play 358 over 2 days on DS. Didn't finish it.
Yeah, it wasn't that great.
It wasn't that good. It was like an ice cream simulator. I was like, do a mission, eat ice cream. Do a mission, eat more ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Had a cool power-up system, though. That I love those the like Tetris grids where you've got different powers.
Mm-hmm.
The Mega Man Battle Network games did those also to great effect.
I never finished Chain of Memories, and I kind of thought that the card system was stupid.
I agree.
But, you know, I mean, 1 and 2 are very good games. But, as everyone knows, 1 is a very simple game. You know, you have no idea what's going on. It's like, hey, Mickey is gone. Now this kid has to team up with, Donald and Goofy and go through Disney worlds and try and find them. And it's kind of a simple game, really. I mean, the first time I saw a trailer for it, I was like, Final Fantasy with Disney characters, I don't know about this, but it works pretty well. Then the second game, or Chain of Memories if you played it first, but I played the second game first, brings in the organization. And I was like, wait, what? Lots of things got confusing once Kingdom Hearts came out. So, also, you're like, I'm just ready to play Kingdom Hearts 3 and just be done. Just stop it. Just no more. Do Kingdom Hearts 3 and then be done.
Sound like you're talking to a dog or something.
That's what I mean, pretty much. Also, the one big gripe I always have about Kingdom Hearts is there's never a sweeping generalization when you talk to the main characters. If a character talks to the main characters, they never say, you guys. They always say, Sora, Donald, Goofy. I'm like, I get it. You're wasting my time. That's just another issue I've always had. But anyway.
Well, they do that so well on such hits as The Bachelor.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's move on, because there are some more announcements to get to. And I'm really excited about these next two. 2 new characters were revealed for Justice Gods Among Us. Hawkgirl and Sinestro will be on the roster. I am really excited for Sinestro. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Hawkgirl, but Sinestro is an awesome character. So, I'm really excited to see his moveset. I didn't get a chance to actually watch the video, so I don't know if it's Green Lantern Sinestro or Yellow Lantern Sinestro, but I hope it's Yellow Lantern.
Oh, don't worry, it's yellow.
It better be, because that's the way cooler Sinestro.
Hopefully it's not Justice League Unlimited Sinestro.
Yeah. I mean, Green Lantern has a troubled time with movies. The First Flight was such a bad animated movie. They tried to fit way too much in that movie. I don't know if you saw it, Allan. I know that you're a big comics fan.
No, I didn't watch that.
Well, we're gonna have a little DC lesson here. As everyone knows, someone's yelling in the background. As everyone knows, Hal Jordan becomes a Green Lantern. He meets Sinestro. Sinestro, is a hard ass to him, and then eventually Sinestro says, "Hey, I can't stand, the power of the fear, so I'm going to start my own Yellow Lantern Corps, the Sinestro Corps, which uses fear as a basis for their power." and he kind of turns on the Green Lanterns, and then they have this big old War of the Lanterns and whatnot. And, you know, it's really crazy. Everybody kind of knows that story, right? They pretty much tried to fit all of what I just told you into Green Lantern First Flight. They try to do way too much in one movie.
I prefer, what was it, Emerald Warriors?
Emerald
Knights.
Knights. Emerald Knights was a much better movie. Also, the Green Lantern movie with Ryan Reynolds. Not very good. Not very good at all. Also kind of tried to...
Well, no, this says a lot. The only good thing about that movie was Sinestro.
Sinestro was Mark Strong as Sinestro was the only good thing about that movie.
Especially that mid-credit, or sometime during the credit, moment.
No, see, I didn't like that. I thought, it's too soon. You don't have to do that.
Well, but forget it. Hal's becoming... Ryan Reynolds is Batman now, so whatever.
But that and the whole thing with the villain. Oh, God, I wish I could remember his name now. What's his name? You know his name.
Atrocitus?
No, I wish they'd had Atrocitus in there, but no, the big villain in the movie. God, what's his name? The thing that is fear embodied.
Oh, Parallax.
Parallax. That's right.
Or as I called him in the movie, that big pile of crap.
Well, I mean, seriously, Parallax...
He literally looked like a big pile of crap.
Parallax is not really a physical entity. He's just a presence, really.
Well, technically, it wasn't really Parallax. It was, Krona.
Yeah.
Which people don't even know anything about either.
But I don't.
But I mean, they think that like throwing Parallax into the sun, oh yeah, Parallax is gone for good. No, he's not, because he's an entity. He's not like a physical being. So he's always going to be there. As long as there's fear in the world, Parallax is always present. Also, Hector Hammond was kind of dumb. But
killed way too soon.
Moving on. PlayStation All-Stars is also getting 2 new characters. Isaac Clarke from the Dead Space series and Zeus from God of War will be released on the PSN on March 19th. That is in 2 weeks, basically. Along with them will be a new crossover stage with elements from Medieval and The Unfinished Swan. So that'll be interesting. That'll add
PlayStation All-Stars. It's coming. Tell your friends.
I would imagine that there will be at least one new trophy where you can get a level 3 super with Sir Daniel on the new stage. But I mean, I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna get him because I want to play him. Here's the last announcement before we get into. Oh no, well I guess there's more. I'm sorry, one more announcement after this. And then we go into release dates. Blizzard announced that there will be no crossplay between PS3 and PC for Diablo 3.
Oh, thank God.
Community manager Vay Flair, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, mentioned on Blizzard's forums that, quote, while we think cross-platform play would be awesome, there are currently no plans to allow connectivity between PlayStation Network and Battle.net. So,
which is it's a blessing in disguise, because PS3 players just get wrecked immediately.
I would imagine, probably, yeah. One more announcement. One more. Cause I put this next to the, release dates, but there's not actually a date for it. So, PC indie, Thomas Was Alone, is coming to the PlayStation Network for PS3 and Vita. The game is a platformer about quadrilaterals and with personalities. I don't know what exactly that means, but, I don't know. I've heard that Thomas Was Alone is a really good game, so I'd be interested in checking it out. I know Thomas is alone because he's not on the podcast, but bad joke. Okay, guys, are you ready for some release dates?
Of course.
It's time to pull up your calendar and start marking down these dates. Capcom's new action game Remember Me now has a release date.
When is it?
It will hit Xbox 360, PS3, and PC in the US on June 4th, and Europe on June 7th.
Hopefully I remember that.
Well, I told you to get out your calendar. The game centers on Nilin, a memory hunter who enters people's minds and warps their memories. So it's basically Inception the game. I'm excited for this. I'm not going to buy it immediately, but I am excited to see more of it, and I would like to play it eventually. So, I mean, it looks pretty awesome. June 7th, Europe, June 4th, US. So, mark that down. Metro Last Light will also got a release date. Deep Silver announced that the game will be available in America on May 14th and Europe on May 17th on 360, PS3, and PC. I don't know anything about the Metro series.
Actually, I can do this. The Metro series is basically Fallout in Russia.
Oh, really?
And instead of crazy monsters, there's just these crazy, well actually it is like Fallout, there's just crazy monsters and people who are just giants.
Ooh.
And the currency is ammo, and you use crap ammo, or you could use your really good ammo, which is really your money.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really a fun game.
Well, it's got a sequel. So
I'm excited for the sequel.
Last Light, May 14th.
Like I said, I'm excited for things I hate.
Yes, you are. Now here's something that you're excited for that you're gonna love. Ready, guys?
Uh-huh.
Sony has confirmed that Quantic Dreams Beyond Two Souls will be released on October 8th in North America. Also announced was the news that actor Willem Dafoe will play a role in the game.
Just when I thought it was going to be less creepy.
It's actually pretty awesome. I watched the trailer. His character, Nathan Dawkins, is, quote, an enigmatic scientist working for a top secret government division studying paranormal activity. His professional curiosity and Jodie, that's Ellen Page's character, driven by personal tragedy, is a central theme, end quote. I watched the trailer, and it looks really awesome. It's a short scene of Willem Dafoe talking to, a young Jodie in his office. He looks at a drawing. It's a drawing of a little girl with kind of a tether leading to this black cloud. And he says, and as we know, Jodie has this kind of spirit or something that's kind of bonded to her. He says, and this thing is drawn to you with a cord, and she says, yeah, and I guess she has a bruise. I didn't catch that part, but he says, did this thing do that to you? And she says, no, that was the monsters. And then we just immediately go into like a spew of different scenes and whatnot, shit going crazy. I'm really excited for that game. It looks really awesome. Here's the biggest news, and it's our last piece of news.
News!
Before we get into the topic of the week. Actually, this is the topic of the week, but as usual, our last piece of news is the segue into topic of the week. As much as I hate this, the next Assassin's Creed title has been confirmed. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag features a new hero and time period, which just means to me that Connor apparently wasn't nearly as interesting as Ezio. No concrete details have been confirmed, but it's clear that the game will involve pirates. However, this was before I saw a slip-up. There was a slip-up on the official website, which suggested that the release date will be October 29th and will appear on next-gen consoles. The slip has since been taken down. Now, this could just be a release window, but, I mean, an actual date, that's pretty definitive. Now, this is our topic of the week. I don't know how you guys feel about Assassin's Creed, but I'll go ahead and start and say that I hate it so much.
I'm right there with you.
It's so boring. The first one was boring. The second one was boring. The third one I didn't care about. I didn't play it because the first two were boring. Although, I'm still not going to play it. But the fourth one, it's pirates, and that's actually a little bit cooler.
I was really excited for that Pirates of the Caribbean RPG from like 3 years ago.
Oh, really?
Maybe I'll be interested in this new Assassin's Creed.
It's worth a shot, I'd say. I don't know. What do you think, Nate?
I'm curious, like, what time period exactly it's going to be set in, because, I mean, obviously pirates are going to be a big deal, but that means that we're not going to be going from city to city. We'll be traveling the ocean, right? Going from, like, island to island or something.
It'll be like Assassin's Creed's Wind Waker.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be on, like, some epic quest to find, you know, a hidden hoard of gold somewhere or something. It could be a lot cooler than previous entries in the series.
Right.
Maybe find a Kraken or two, you know, hoist the gun sails.
Speaking of Wind Waker, I got my Hyrule Historia in the mail the other day.
It's real nice.
I read it immediately.
I got mine like a week ago, and it's mainly just been...
Oh, jeez. There it goes.
I've mainly just been looking at it and just caressing it. Just noticing how beautiful it is.
He hasn't even opened it.
I haven't opened it yet.
It's really good, and it's, they do say, I'm sorry listeners, this is a PlayStation podcast, but we're talking about Nintendo, and we'll stop in just a second.
We do have the head of the Nintendo portion
of
VGU here.
They do say in the book, it's like, this isn't actually an official timeline. It's just what we've kind of put together, and there's a lot of evidence that says that we're right. But I mean, again, not official, just our ideas. But it's a really well constructed timeline, and I really enjoy it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that, Iwata or somebody did confirm that is the correct timeline that they use.
I guess it must have been confirmed after publication.
Yeah, it was like a year ago after it was published in Japan initially. Right. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the official Zelda timeline.
It's good.
It's weird. It's the weirdest timeline.
I mean, the weirdest part about it is the idea that the hero actually loses in Ocarina of Time. But, you know, I mean, whatever.
A lot of people died playing that game.
Well, yeah, but I mean...
A lot of people's relationships died playing that game.
If you actually sit down... That's a good one. If you actually sit down and you're like, I'm going to play it through the timeline, I'm going to start with the one where the hero fails, you're basically foregoing actually completing the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Assassin's Creed. Pirates. Looks kind of interesting.
I'm for it. I hope you get a parrot.
That would be kind of cool, actually. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. I don't know.
And there could be like mini games where you go fishing, or, you know, you have to burn down other boats. I bet they'll really refine the boat combat from Assassin's Creed 3.
See, here's something that I'm a little disappointed by, and Josh mentioned this in the chat as well. He said it on Twitter. He said, I'm disappointed that, and this was before the slip up, that this new, I'm excited for the new Assassin's Creed, but disappointed that it will probably be this year. We really should have a break. Because
if I'm not mistaken, the last break was from 1 to 2.
Yeah. Assassin's Creed has become the next Call of Duty. It's just a yearly thing with these guys now.
That's how they do business.
I don't know, man. I mean, I already hate it enough, so. I don't know what else to say about this, honestly. Cause as you guys know, I hate it.
Well, plus there's nothing to be known yet, so.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say. It's just, but I mean, let's be honest, it is kind of the biggest news.
I'm going to make a prediction right here, right now.
Go ahead.
Blackbeard the pirate will be in the game.
Probably, actually. That's a good guess.
Well, I mean, what other famous pirates are there? I guess there's Nathan Drake,
yeah.
I mean,
oh man, that'd be great.
Nathan Drake. Not Nathan Drake, but, you know, Francis Drake.
Francis Drake.
Yes. How about that? Or
you might. Mark it down, listeners. The, DualShockShow, episode 4. Talking about Assassin's Creed 4, Blackbeard, and Francis Drake.
I really hope no one says, wait a minute, they forgot Captain Jack Sparrow.
And I'll say, stop being dumb.
I'll say
Magellan. What if Magellan's in it?
Yeah. Oh man.
This is all possible.
I know that Magellan and Francis Drake probably weren't contemporaries, but I don't even.
I will say the thing I hate the games. I do love though the way that what they do with history.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat. I liked running into, God, who was it? Da Vinci in the first, in the first Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. Is that all that you guys have to stuff? Okay, I think that's all that we have for our topic of the week. Let's move on to the community corner. Bad luck. Nobody answered our last question. We don't actually have any questions, so it's a really short community section this week. Again. Hooray.
Why'd you bring it up? Now I'm sad.
I'm sorry. That's okay though, because there's still a piece that we can talk about. As we all know, the community section has 3 parts. Community questions, answering last week's question. Well, we gotta strike those 2 down. But the last question, the last part is this week's question. You ready? Now I decided that this was a more interesting question than, the actual topic of the week. So, here's my question to you guys, and then we're gonna turn it to the listeners and hope that somebody actually answers it this week. What Metal Gear character would you give a spin-off to?
Oh, that's a good one.
Me personally, I'd like to see Decoy Octopus. We know.
That could be an interesting stealth game.
We don't actually see Decoy Octopus in the game. We hear about him in the original Metal Gear Solid, but we never actually see him. So it would be interesting to kind of see his story before he died. I'd like to see more villains get a spotlight. Maybe Vamp. Maybe Sniper Wolf. Maybe Psycho Mantis.
Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver
First-person
Ocelot.
shooter.
Revolver Ocelot is I would say it's the hardest one to give a spin-off to, because he's everywhere in that series.
I'd want to see Otakon get a spin-off.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was my first thought too, was
Just come into work, sit down, unpack your lunch.
Wet his pants after watching some Japanese animes?
Yeah. In a QuickTime event, yeah.
Yeah.
This time you control it.
Johnny Sasaki?
Well, I mean, they could make a game that's like, a few years in the future where Otacon has like an Iron Man suit or something. Right?
Now here's a good one that I just thought of. What if there's a big jump between the original Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 4. And we don't see Meryl at all between those games. What if we talked about her? It would be kind of interesting.
Yeah, it would.
I'd like to see Meryl. That's the thing, and that's how you do a good Snake impression. You have to actually exhale as you speak, so you can actually kind of hear it at the end of your sentence. You're like, Meryl. That's all I got. I don't know if you guys have any more suggestions, but Meryl and probably Ocelot. Most interestingly would be Decoy Octopus. So we're turning it to you, listeners. What do you want to see? What would be a great spin-off for the Metal Gear franchise? Who should get it? I guess that's it for us. So let's go on to the closing. Thank you for listening to VGU.TV's PlayStation podcast, DualShock. Please visit the site VGU.TV, hang out on our forums, or tweet at us at VGU.TV. You can also find us on YouTube at VGU.TV official. DualShock also has a Facebook and Twitter. You can find us at DualShockShow for both. Or, if you want to tweet at us individually, Nate is at NGamer. Allan is the Allan Muir. That's ALLANMUIR. I am at MattMan07. And if you want to play on PSN with us, Nate is XWonko, that's XWONKO. Allan is that Jew boy, all one word. Boy is spelled with an I, so it's that Jew BOI. And I am Mattman310. And while you're at it, why don't you show Tom some love? I know he's not here, but you can tweet at him at Gaming Hobbyist. You can also find him on PSN as Pi_Guy. That's Pi Guy, the guy with the pie. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Allan, for being here with me.
Thanks for having me, Matt.
Same.
No problem. At least one of you, probably Allan, will be on again next week. It's going to be kind of a hectic week because, as you know, I just said, next week is a little busy for me with the birthday weekend. So we're going to try and work it out as best as we can for a schedule to record. So we'll try and work that out. But listeners, it may not actually be a full week. We might go back to Wednesday. I mean, it all depends on who's free when. So until then,